Good morning from Camp Grantham. I am Cubmaster AJ. This is Scout Greg.
Hi.
We are on our day 15 of our 30-day challenge, so we're going to get right into it. We also have two other things we wanted to talk about, so stick around to the end of the video. So day 15 for Lions, practice tying your shoes. That's two different knots that you have to learn there. There's the overhand knot, which is the first one. That's the first knot that we typically, anyone, not just Scouts, but anyone learns as they're growing up, is that overhand knot, which is the first one where it goes over and tight, and then you do the bunny around and through the hole, or however your parents or grandparents or other adults teach you how to do it. That's the second knot. So yeah, we're learning knots all throughout our lives. So practice tying your shoes. Tigers, call a grandparent or other relative. Learn what life was like when they were a kid. So do a real short interview with them and ask them, you guys are Tigers, so you're in first grade. Ask them what it was like when they were in first grade. And if you've got great-grandparents, even better. Reach out to them. I'm sure they'd love to hear from you right now, where we're with the social distancing right now. Wolves, family discussion. What is an invisible disability? Invisible disability. You may have to Google this one. This is actually the second recording of this video. I actually disclosed one of my invisible disabilities, but I didn't really want to get into it and post it on Facebook and YouTube. But we as a family will discuss it. So, but yeah, invisible disability. Bears, make marble milk, put drops of food coloring in a plate of milk, then drop dish soap in the middle. Ooh, that's a cool science experiment. So, making marble milk, put drops of food coloring in a plate of milk, then drop dish soap in the middle. And you know, America's farmers right now, I mean, they are really struggling right now. Because with social distancing and the lockdown and what have you, one of the things that's really not getting consumed a lot is dairy products. And a lot of dairies are having to dump milk because, unfortunately, they still have to milk their cows and other farm animals that produce milk. It can't all go into ice cream and cheese and sour cream and cottage cheese and yogurt and all the other fun stuff that we enjoy because we're just not consuming it at the rate that we need to. A lot of people are stocking up on long-term items that don't spoil. So make sure that you guys are consuming the sufficient amount of milk and dairy products so that we can keep our dairy farmers going. Okay, Weeblos and AOLs. This one's a fun one. Make My Hero Awards for police, firemen, and doctors and nurses. And I know we have a number of those in our pack. And go ahead and post them down below in the comments. I'm sure they would love to see them. But for Weeblos and AOLs, My Hero Awards for police, firemen, doctors, and nurses. We really couldn't make it through this crisis that we're going through right now without you guys. So please, thank you for all that you guys do. All right. So second item I want to talk about. So the school board for the state announced the extension of the soft closure through the end of the school year. And Middleton schools announced that they would continue online education, which you guys started yesterday. That will continue through the last day of scheduled school. So school's not getting extended. You're not going to have to repeat the grade that you're in, but you will be continuing to do your Chromebook education through the third or fourth week of May. Basically, when we had Cub Scout graduation planned, it'll continue like that. Now, that probably, we're still talking with pack leadership what that looks like for Scouts, but we'll continue this online format of daily videos and what have you regardless. But we'll keep you up to date as to what's going on there. And then the third thing I want to talk about is TinkerCrate. Now, I don't get any sponsorship. There's no, I'm not getting any kickbacks, but I did want to talk to you about one of the cool things that my son Greg gets in the mail every month is a TinkerCrate. And this is from KiwiCo, KiWiCo, TinkerCrate. And this particular one was the color mixing LED crystal. And he gets one of these in the mail every month. And I've got it, Greg. So this one doesn't really have all the parts in it, but it does come with a blueprint. And everything that you need is listed in order to make this one. So if you guys have been to Camp Invention, this is exactly like that, except it hits you every month in the mailbox. It's not particularly expensive, and it's a great thing to do right now where you guys are at home right now. And KiwiCo makes a ton of different ones. So this is kind of a list of all the things that it comes with. So it comes with a base piece, plastic crystal T-bar, some RGB LEDs, the metal ground bar, and looks like 10 other parts. So Greg, do you want to show what it looks like? I've got it right here, bud.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, Greg's trying to go in the living room to go pick this up to show it off, and I had already brought it in here. So I've got the switch turned on. So go ahead and show it to everyone. You got to get it close to the camera, dude. Camera. So show the whole thing. So you've got some switches, which they're using some brads and some metal tabs, so that you slide them around and it applies power to the RGB, so it's red, green, blue LED that's inside the crystal, and you can create different combinations and what have you. It even comes with batteries, so it's pretty all-inclusive. So check it out. I'll put a link in the description on how to look at KiwiCo's crates, TinkerCrate, and there's a whole bunch of different ones. But we get one about every 4 weeks, and then usually about every 2 months they're shipping us some pretty cool STEM-related books and other things for tinkering and for engineering and for invention stuff. So just want to share that with you guys. We got a little bit of a backlog of them right now because we've been super busy here at Camp Grantham trying to get things squared away with what's going on with coronavirus and what have you. So, but that's what's going on. So 15-day challenge, or 15-day 15 of our 30-day challenge. We already went over that this morning. We talked about the school closure stuff, talked to your parents about that. And then, yeah, take a look at a lot of different things. You can build these pretty easily from supplies that you have at home. And we've done that with a couple of the 30-day challenge items already. Excuse me. If you look further down in the comments for some of our other videos, a lot of scouts have already posted some of the things that they've already created. So from Camp Grantham, this is Cubmaster AJ and Scout Greg. Scout Greg, come on. Greg's a little sleepy this morning. All right, Cubmaster AJ, Scout Greg, signing off.